Yo, what up, my Shadow Army? So, Design Shadow Creators back again with another MHA discussion video. So, yes, today I'll be discussing and get my thoughts and opinion about what I believe Kai Shizaki, aka Overhaul, is the best villain in MHA history. And this is just my personal opinion about it. If you believe Dobby, Shigaraki, All for One, Stain is the best villain, that's completely fine. I completely understand why. If you guys want to know who's my favorite villain as a whole, is Dobby. But when it comes to best villain, it has to go with Overhaul. And Overhaul is the character that we thought he just he's just random goon who's just kidnapping a girl, just using her for making bullets. But no, we just learn more about Chisaki as a whole, of him as a villain. And let's go over his backstory. Chisaki was just an orphan boy until an old man who adopts him to be part of this gang of the Yakuza. I think that's what it is. And ever since then, Overhaul wants to repay the debt to the old man by doing something that far beyond to get rid of your humanity. And the old man refused, doesn't like that idea. The old man has humanity. He will not go that kind of far. But until Overhaul decided to put the old man to sleep in a deep coma, and the Yakuza was split into two. Some of them was loyal to the old man, and some of them who were loyal to Overhaul, because the people who served to Overhaul, they respect him, they understand where he's coming from, and then until, like I said, using Eri for experiment of shenanigans, and then we found out more about his quirk, which is Overhaul. Not only he could destroy things and repair it, he also can kill you and revive you. And out of that, he could manipulate, absorbing, merging, pretty much anything that he touched. And we've seen it firsthand. We saw him do with his power in the show. We saw him merge and absorb his cronies and make him a lot stronger, a lot faster, a lot dangerous. And we know what his core is capable of. But let's go over his point of view. He believes the world should have no heroes, no hero society. He believes the heroes with a quirk is sickness, a cancer, and he wants to bring the world what it used to be before heroes appeared. A world where the gang took over. He wants to go back during that dark time where villains and gang members were a thing back then. But when the heroes came around, it ruined it. And Chisaki always has a goal, always has a plan. And hell, he just stood his ground and spitting facts about Shigaraki. About Shigaraki does have a plan, what he wants to do. And he did brought up that he lost two of strongest, dangerous fighters, which is Muscular and Stain. So he lost both of them. What else? What's your next goal? And she's a key thing. He could lead the league of villains because he knows what to do. He knows what to think is best. But it's not. People think the heroes are having issues about Overhaul, but no. League of Villains and Shigaraki, they have issues with Overhaul as well. So pretty much the villains, the League of Villains, and the heroes have something in common. They hate Overhaul because of what he wants to do. And Shigaraki doesn't like the idea what Overhaul is thinking, or what he's doing. He doesn't like how Overhaul stand his ground and say he could do better. But the one thing that Shigaraki wants to stay allies with Overhaul, it gets the Quark erase bullet. That's why they caught his interest. And they still have it to this day until they use it until Liberation War arc. For example, when Aizawa got shot with another bullet, he had to cut his leg so he could keep his Quark. So, yeah. So pretty much Overhaul as a whole, he doesn't like heroes because he feels like heroes with Quark is just sickness, cancer, disease, virus, and he just don't like them because they always get famous, glory, money, bitches, all that stuff. And well, the villains just sit there, just try their best to take all the villains or whatever until Shigaraki decay his both of his arm. He can't do jack shit, and we don't see him until in the manga where Overhaul asks Deku that he wants to see the old man, so he asks for forgiveness. And Deku tells Overhaul that if you want forgiveness, you need to forgive that girl, Eri. Which, spoilers on that one, if you guys have not read the manga. And that's the only time we actually saw Overhaul from that, and that was it. One else, they do not know what happened to him as a whole. So, yeah. I just... Overhaul is just a best villain. And in the arc, there's a lot of casualties that actually happen. Some characters have their broken bones. Some of them got stabbed. One of them lost their quirk. And one of them literally just died. And the people who has a lot of broken bones was Kirishima, Fat Gum, and Amajiki. The person who lost his quirk was Mirio. The person who died was Sir Night-Eye. And Season 3 is one of my favorite season out of all the 5 seasons that we got. Season 3 is my favorite. It shows how immature, serious, and dark it could be, and it's telling us that yeah, this will traumatize the hero, and same goes to the audience. When you get into the Liberation War arc, it will be much worse than Season 3 of Overhaul arc. It will be so immature and dark because war is a war. It changed everybody. It changed Deku in the war arc, and he left the UA with a good reason, and that's his motive, and that's changed Deku, and a lot of people were traumatized. I mean, 4 of the students were involved in this mission. Deku, Kirishima, Sue, and Uraraka. They were traumatized. All 4 of them were freaking traumatized at that. And they managed to stay as a hero. They wanted to be as a hero. They know the risk. And they were willing to take that risk. And it shows that Overhaul will try to tell us that, yeah, this shit is going to happen if you bring these kids involved of your battle, of your war. So, I'm showing you guys the proof of that shit. And it did. It showed what happened in the Liberation War arc. Or Meta Liberation War arc, I meant. I don't know why I say Liberation War. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. And it's just crazy, to say the least. And Overhaul is just the best villain in MHA, as my personal opinion. Sorry, I was about to get a hiccup there. But anyway, guys, that's just my opinion about that. Overhaul is the best villain in MHA, in my opinion. And a lot of y'all people in the community tab actually 100% agreed with me on that. Of that Overhaul is the best villain. Which I'm actually glad that there's a lot of people who do say that Overhaul is the great and best villain. And not only that, when you see Overhaul, what he does to Eri was wrong, how dark it is, you feel angry. You feel you hate the character. And that what makes him a great and best villain, because you hate him. You can feel the rage that you can feel. Like, you can feel the rage that you have for Overhaul, and that makes him a great character and a great best villain. And as in my opinion, I don't have the same feeling with All for One. I just don't have that. Shigaraki, when you learn his backstory, you actually do feel bad for the kid. And for Dabi, you actually can feel way bad and feel bad the most than Shigaraki. Because Shigaraki kind of like had a tragic, but not really. No, Shigaraki doesn't have a tragic story. He's just been through trauma or some shit like that. I don't know. With Dabi, he has a tragic backstory. Overhaul is just pure evil, which he is identified as a evil. Overhaul is like the second pure evil, because that's what he is. And yeah, unless learning nothing else to say about Overhaul as the character anymore. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions down below. Tell what you guys think. Links to my social media will be down below the description. You guys know the drill. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Shadow Critics. I'll see you guys later.